You don't have to look too far into today's headlines or spend that much time in a classroom with students today to realize that they are struggling with a lot of issues. Families and communities and schools are really desperately seeking answers and solutions for all of these issues that they face every day.
When I first heard about release time education, one, I thought, is this prison ministry? And then somebody explained, no, it's actually the only viable legal way in which we can communicate, teach the Bible academically and devotionally with high school students, middle school students, and even elementary.
So our students sign up by parent permission slip, and we take them as an elective class like they would sign up for art or PE or any other elective. And we load them up on a bus during that allotted class period. We bus them off to a host facility. We teach them the scriptures, and then we bus them back each and every public school day.
Being a teacher with Coastal School Ministries and a part of School Ministries has been life-changing. Each day, having the privilege to be able to share the gospel, not only is that our duty as a Christ follower, but we get to do that in such a way where it is impacting hundreds of students every single year.
Release time for Christians is that backyard mission field. If you want to help the kids in your community, this is the way to do it.
You know, I, at one point, was assistant principal for Los Angeles Unified School District. And when I first got there, it was 1,800 students year-round, and we would have 25 kids on the bench after recess for getting in trouble. And the principal looks at me and says, "What are you going to do about this?" And then I remembered Christian Release Time education, and one of the kids who was always in trouble, Joseph, I will never forget, he was always in trouble. And after she signed him up to go, I didn't see Joseph for about 3 weeks. So one day, just before school was out at my rounds, I run into Joseph. And I said, "Joseph, where have you been? I thought you had moved or whatever." He says, "No, I don't get in trouble anymore." And he reached into his little pocket and pulled out his little Bible. "I go to Release Time education." Ooh, I could have done a little dance right there. Praise the Lord for that.
There was this one kid in one of the urban communities. He learned in his science class what happens when you take your finger and you put it in some Dawn dish detergent and then you dip it in a bowl of water with pepper. He learned in school to dip his finger in there and watch the pepper spread. And he goes, "That's just like what I'm learning." And so he goes back to his Release Time Bible class and does that same experiment and said, that's what happens when Jesus comes into your life. You put your finger in the bowl, he puts his finger in the bowl and all the darkness goes away. That's what happens in Release Time. Kids hear something they don't hear anyplace else.